definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps to the top. The flames, I whip it up, you just gotta hand me the rock. Take a seat, you cannot stand it. All I know, the flow harder than a Scotch bunny. Don't try studying me, you cannot manage. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Phenomenon, stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn, and I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick, twisted, gifted, can't copy, printed, can't hold me down. I shape shift, I'm liquid. I killed this beat, I might get convicted. They know how I move, it was predicted. Persistent, spoke it into existence, so consistent, no assistance. Hear me once, become addicted. If I rap it, then I live it. There's no cap when I be speaking this.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. Cracky. Cracky.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And you may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I just need to clear my head.
I do believe we are live, coming back at you again. After a 2-week break, I'm finally back alive and somehow handling jet lag pretty well for right now. But anyway, I'm back, finally. Hi, I'm Ranger. You all know my voice by now, hopefully, unless you're new here. Welcome, I'm Ranger. We're going to be bringing to you today Mount St. Mary's versus Marist in Overwatch 2 this week. And yeah, and trying to help me ease back into the whole casting thing, let me switch it over to our two lovely casters who will be joining me. And who are you two? Introduce yourselves. Come on.
All right, I'll start.
Yeah.
Don't talk over me. Don't talk over me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm Violet. I'm top 1 Kiriko in North America. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
Hi, I'm Saturday. You guys know me, kind of, famous around here. Not to toot my own horn. Like a niche internet micro celebrity, and #1 Wuyong in the world. Overwatch.
That's true.
Just Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Oop.
Hi there.
Anyway, what's it called? Saturday, great player for Niagara and whatnot, who we're actually going to be watching later today. So I'm excited.
Yo, I am
for
not
that.
on the team. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
But yeah, I am excited to see you play later, good sir. But we're not here for you right now. We'll be here for you at around 9 p.m. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about you. We'll glaze you all the while once we get there. Stop that. But until then, let's glaze these players of Mount St. Mary's versus Marist. Saturday, you're the one that has a lot of opinions about people, so give me your thoughts about these teams right now.
All right. Mount St. Mary's, pretty much their entire team has stayed from last year. We know them. They won. Currently, the reigning champs, defending their title. And Marist, they go up against. Always a big hitter for, like, every year. And last year, these two went up against each other in the finals. And that was quite a show. And so I'm very excited to see, because these two teams are always in, first, second place, or in, like, the top few. And this is a match that a lot of people look forward to, because everyone wants to see the two best teams go at it. Everyone wants to see them, take it to a map 5, potentially. I think that'd be hype. But it's going to be pretty interesting to see, how Marist is going into Mount, and how much Mount has improved since last year.
Mount looking to improve from last year, especially since they have swapped things around, especially their main tank is my main thing I'm going to be looking at. A lot of Marist has stayed. Dax is a returning tank, so there's that. But one of the hardest things about, I think, Overwatch 2 right now is the fact that a lot of pressure falls onto these tank players in general, because there is only one of that role. So Mount losing their tank that I think led them to, 2 years of victory, being gone might be seen as a negative, but honestly, from what I've seen throughout this year, however, I'm actually seeing, Zerial is actually sitting in the lobby, which is kind of strange. I thought he was not on the team this year, speaking of. Now I'm even more confused, because I was going to say I was about to glaze Sammy for doing such a great job stepping up into that position, but Sammy is currently not in the lobby. What is happening?
Oh, Zerial's playing. This should be interesting.
Huh? I'm so confused. Okay, so the return of Zerial just absolutely destroying everything I was just saying, because unless he sticks to that position he's currently placed in, which is the support position, which is going to be even more confusing. So, yeah. And by the way, Violet, are you on Overwatch yet?
Yeah, I've been in.
Oh, do I not have you added, or are you in, what's it called? Can somebody...
Why have you added? We are not friends on Battle.net. There you go.
You guys gotta get on that. But I think seeing this lineup on Mal, now that Zerial is in the picture, it might be Zerial tank, maybe Mickey, Zach Hammer DPS, and Tempest Amy support line is my guesses. But yet again, I don't know with how they're positioned. They
Hopefully,
might have just not
hopefully
done
they're
that.
positioned
Yeah.
correctly.
Let's ask them.
I'm a little taken aback right now. I'm not like in peak form of like talking right now, especially with this confusing situation coming in from Mount. Just absolutely confusing us whatsoever. But Mare's still the same as previously. Actually, unless they're also not positioned because Mickey is the one that is leading the charge with this. Nope, yep, there he goes. He's going to the top position. Zerial is going to be returning to the tank position, as we all know, and come to love over the course of the past couple of years. So it's kind of interesting to see this man return. Was not there for the early part of the beginning of the semester, but is going to be returning now. Sammy might be a little busy tonight, hence the fact that he is not here. So
Yeah, he is.
big rip.
So this is a very interesting, throwback here. I'm very, very interested to see how this plays out.
And I was not ready for
Because
this. I'm just so curious.
I don't think Marist was ready for this.
I don't think Mountain is ready for this because Dax is curious about the whole League OS thing, which is valid. It is the main place where all the rosters are. So, yeah. Anyway, Violet being a player new to like this season and getting, I think you've only gone up against Mount St. Mary's, but you might have seen Marist in passing, whether it's been on my stream or their own streams. How do you feel about these teams in general?
I think, did I not go against Marist? I thought
No,
we did.
You will be going up against Marist tomorrow.
Oh, right. Yeah, that game got rescheduled. Okay. All right. Well, personally, as an unbiased party, I'm hoping that Marist will be a little bit worse than Ryder. But in this matchup, I do think I don't know if I've ever. I'm so bad with like remembering people. This goes for both gamer tags and like people in my actual life that I see. So I vaguely remember, some of the Marist players. I remember Dax and Mr. Altitude because I did a little interview with them when I was playing. Super excited for the Mr. Altitude Kiriko if that shows up. I also do remember Banana Robot having a great game the last time that I casted, and was my vote for MVP. So yeah, I'm super excited to see Marist play. And I don't think I know anybody from the MSM roster.
Absolutely went up against Mount earlier this year and absolutely does not remember them. Pushes it out of your memory is crazy.
I genuinely I don't know what to tell. I do not remember any. I'm focused on like playing the game. I don't remember gamer tags. I'll be playing ranked with Court sometimes. And he'll be like, "Oh, I think I know that person," and I'm like, how do you remember people's gamer tags? Like, it is a.
You're just like, it's those people over there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't even remember like what game that was. I don't even remember like what day it is. So I've got bigger fish to fry.
Focus on your academics. At the end of the day, most of you guys here are, well, everybody playing is college students. I'm not still, thank God. But yeah, focus on your academics at the end of the day. Make sure you're in the top of your
D's
classes.
get degrees, everybody.
No, make sure you're in
What
the
do
top
C's
of
use?
even better for Violet here. They're going for that D. They don't even have to try whatsoever.
Going
And-
for the D is crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Don't ever say that I'm going for the D.
That's me.
Well,
Yeah,
Get it right.
that's true.
we are wilding here. Anyway,
We are wiling up in this room.
You put 2 freaky support players in
Yeah, true.
one cast. What are you expecting?
Me and Gerard are tight too. We send each other like cat reels and stuff.
On God Twin. On God Twin.
On God.
Leaking my government name on stream too.
As if I don't think. I'm
To-
pretty sure it's technically
Yeah.
out there.
it is probably.
I leaked it actually. I was the original
Oh,
leaker.
you did, Twin.
Yeah. That's. I don't feel bad.
But anyway, odd situation being cleared up in the chat. We are going to be seeing the exit of Sammy apparently for this semester. For whatever reason, we will not pry. But we are going to be seeing the return of Zerial for now, as he was like cleared by, I'm not sure who the person was, whether it was an admin at what's it called or their coach,
Their director.
or their director, got the clear and ready to go. So we are going to be seeing Zerial in the tank position, and we are going to be readying up to get into Lijiang Tower as the first map. And they are.
Do you have the bands and everything, Twin?
Yes. I saw the Ramatra ban coming in for Mount St. Mary's, and Cassidy being banned for Marist.
I mean, Cass makes sense because he just got buffed. But Ramp?
Horrible buff, by the way. I don't know if like anybody cares, but that Cassidy buff is one of the most abhorrent things. That's up there with the Roadhog headshot multiplier. Horrible.
Kiriko player. Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's relax. First of all, it's just a bad buff. If they're gonna buff Cass, bring back what is he at? Is he at 225 now, or is he at 250?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there's no way they put him to 225. I know they nerfed his HP. I would rather them buff his HP back than increase Hinder, because Hinder is just an anti-fun cooldown. Anyways, the game is starting, so I will shut up about my opinions on the patch notes, but
You could keep talking until we get to the points, which these teams are going to be doing a quick job of getting to almost immediately. TP's out and speed buffs boofs to just get there real quick. Meanwhile, Dax going into backline. Zackhammer being pressured out immediately. Needs a bubble to try to stay alive, and he does get that support that he needs to maintain his position on this point with the rest of his team. Mount St. Mary's doing a good job at not getting pressured out. Mickey looking for a kill onto the backline. Rogue 6 getting extremely low. Dances around, gets the HP pack, but then goes down eventually, jumping into the fray with his tank and going down first. But Dax returns the favor by getting Mickey in return. But right now, the points are even. Tanks are, losing his support for the side of Marist is going to slow them down just a little bit. And right now, Mount in control of the point. Dax is going to be looking to go in, do that immediate damage onto Tempest. Tempest no longer exists with us in this mortal realm. And right now, the players for Mount St. Mary's is getting pressured out. Zackhammer and Aimee are actually going to be just not taken out just yet, but they're actually just going to be forced away. Aimee needs to TP with their team, but Zackhammer gets pressured out and eventually died. Meanwhile, Zerial doing a good job at holding the front lines, repelling any member of Marist from coming in. And right now, Marist doing a good job at finding picks, but they're doing it a little too slow to the point where Mount is able to just maintain position and not give up anything. 47% and counting for them. Zerial doing a good job on his, I guess, first game back in this season. And right now, not giving up anything. Perfect bubbles to keep his teammates alive. The Kitsune is going to guide you. Dax does get 1 kill with the slam jam. Mine's on point, looking to do some damage. Instead, they are going to be looking to get 2 kills. Zerial does find the kill onto Dax, and right now it's Rogue 6 in a battle with a tank that has a big beam. The stuck goes down onto Zerial, but the bubble is going to keep him alive. This man does not care. He doesn't necessarily need the supports if he will not take damage. These bubbles are there to keep him alive. Zerial, and along with the rest of his team, holding it down. No matter what happens, even with the loss of 2, they still manage to hold. Ooh. I don't think I'm ever... This is just a long, drawn-on fight to the point where I'm never given an opportunity to chill. And right now, Zerial with the bomb on hand, not the bomb, the ult on hand, to try to just stop this Marist team. They do just yet. The beat comes out. It only stalls out their deaths just a little longer. They aren't finding any grounds to do anything. Tempest gets the kill. Jax also returns one onto the other supports. And right now, Marist is not doing a good job at breaking the line of Mount St. Mary's. They really have never given up this point. They've gotten so many kills. They've had so many good opportunities, but the line was never broken. Mount St. Mary's full holds first point of Lijiang Tower.
Wow.
I'm so like it. I don't know how to feel about this, mainly because like I noted midway through that is like it feels like a lot of these attacks are just very slow and drawn out to the point where they're just not being able to like capitalize on the 1 or 2 picks, because by that time it happens, they've then lost another member of their own in the backline and so forth. So I don't know if it's like a speed issue or like a targeting issue right now, but yeah, what are your thoughts? Saturday.
I mean, I think it's just a Zerial aura. Like, no one was expecting him. He came in, and it was like instant, like Dark Souls boss music.
What about
I think Marist just needs to lock it.
I think the Zarya is doing a great job at not only creating but also holding that space that's being created.
Interesting situation as the
Yeah,
Bastion
I know,
is going to be
as
pulled.
I was saying that.
Bastion. I actually was watching for the Bastion POV. Bastion is actually going to come out to disrupt those bubbles immediately. Your bubbles can only protect so much damage, but if that bubbles are broken immediately, it does not matter. The Bastion is going to be called forth from Marist, and it is going to be the reason why they start off this second point of Lijiang Tower in control. Interesting. Bastion going in with the bubbles. What is this? Typically, you bubble your friendly Reinhardt back in the good old days, but now that it's only 1 tank situation, your tank is a Bastion that's going in. But Dax is taking a lot of damage. He is not very comfortable, but he does get saved for just a little bit longer. But Mickey finds the kill, and right now, Marist is in full retreat. Bastion, no, cannot survive long enough. Savage Cabbage going down. Mickey finally gets the kill onto Mr. Altitude, and right now, Mount saw they were 23% and said, nah, that's enough. We want it back. Huh. Any other comments you two wanted to say before we got into this action?
I mean, it seems like Marist is going for just like a big like burst damage and trying to just burst down Zerial as much as possible, so that like he's kind of forced to use the bubbles more on himself rather than
with the die.
Whoa!
Tried to cut you off a little there. Gets 2, finds the extra damage onto Dax to bring him down low enough so Zerial can find the kill, and Mickey gets the 3rd onto Banana Robot. But yeah, these high burst damage compositions is probably going to be their play for at least the rest of this map. I'm not sure if they want to change now, but they are going to be taking a different route to go to the point. Right now, Kitsune is going to be called in for Marist, and right now, Mount is just going to disengage. They don't want to fight in that. They know a Bastion is there. He is going to be looking to do severe amounts of damage. Zerial's in a position where he doesn't want to be, so Aimee has to TP in to try to keep him alive, and she does just that. But the problem is Mr. Altitude is finding 2 with that Kiriko, but Zach Hammer gets 1. Savage is finding another kill, and right now, Marist is actually pretty much in control. Zach Hammer, the last member remaining for Mount St. Mary's, but right now, Marist does not have control of this point. Zach Hammer is just going to be dancing on point for a little bit, and denied about probably 3 extra % for them. So right now, Marist back in control, at least on this point, has some percentage, and at least finding their groove. Ult economies are kind of even lower now. But the combo is going to be coming out, but I don't think it's going to be finding much with that beat coming in to save a lot of their team, but it is going to bring in a lot of damage down, and Zach Hammer is going to fall and slow down the push of Mount St. Mary's. That was a good combo, but Tempest with the beat to save most of them was pretty good. Oh, clearing the area, Savage Cabbage, and they're turning the favor with the die off on the edge, just getting one kill onto Zach. Zach Hammer is mainly the target of these fights right now, it feels like. If he dies, Mount takes it slow, they regroup, they wait for him, but it's mainly been him. And I'm not saying like, hey, he needs to cut it out. Ooh, kill onto Mickey, who got caught out trying to TP into the backline and disrupt the side of Marist. But it actually enables them to Mount to actually get back the point, even though they lost that fight, essentially. Zerial is going to go down. Kiriko's ultimate is going to come out, especially with this Bastion turret, and Dax is going to be pushing up aggressively, very far into the front line, looking to just cut off the side of Mount. And right now, I think Mount only has the Amy ultimate, has the Kiriko ultimate on. Oh, nobody from Marist is remote. Actually, Rogue is the only one remotely close. But the problem is we are going to be seeing more ultimates from the side of Mount in a second. That die is going to be online in a bit and ready for him to go. But the grab is going to come out from Dax to slow him down. But nobody is going to be going down. The beat from the side of Marist is going to keep him alive. Mickey is going to be going into the grab set up by Zerial to get to and keep this fight going along just a little longer. He just has to pose for the aura. Mickey with that ultimate. But right now the round is not over. Lijiang Tower is still playable. Marist can get on here and bring us to the map 3. But are they going to be able to? They have just the Bastion ultimate, and they're going to be using it to disrupt and look to do things. Dax did burn his ultimate to try to get onto the point earlier, and I don't think it's going to be finding anything. Dax is on here alone, just touching and dancing to get the points. Aimee gets a kill. The beat comes out for Mount, and I think that's probably going to secure it with Dax losing all his HP. The 2 DPS for the side of Marist are trying to get out of the corner to touch Master Altitude off to the corner of the side, really trying to touch, but the only thing that touches is his dead body as Mount St. Mary's takes control center and close out Lijiang Tower.
That was an emotional roller coaster. Like the amount of emotions that I went through in that one map, it was crazy. And I thought nothing better like demonstrates that than this play, I guess, because it's like the Reaper went from getting grabbed to ulting into a bunch of grabbed supports, so you know.
Yeah, I thought Mount was on the tail end of that fight, especially with that grab locking so many of them up. Locking up specifically the Reaper, I thought he was going to get picked off by, I believe it was Rogue 6. Because like we keep saying, we just weren't ready for the return of Zerial just yet, and I do believe neither was Marist by any means whatsoever. Like, I swear these guys were probably coming into this game looking at like what Sammy plays and like what tanks he had in mind, and then just, although some tanks Sammy plays definitely are similar to Zerial, Zerial is just Zerial, so not ready for that.
I mean, Marist was able to, be able to hold their own in that second point, able to get a 299% and, keep Mount a little bit on their toes. So seems like the switch to the Bastion to apply a lot more pressure on to Zerial was very good, and comboing that with the Reaper Zarya, which is apparently a combo nowadays, that is annoying. Just applied a lot more pressure to them, but Mount was just able to, I guess, I don't want to say do it better, since both teams were, pretty even. But I think it came down to ults at the end, because Mount did have, I believe it was Sojourn and Lucio versus just a Bastion ult. And Bastion ult, not great.
It's not great.
Not great, but
especially because I think
the job
the
done.
only time the Bastion ult came out, it was Lucio dropped beat, so it kind of negated the entire thing.
It came out near the end. It was really
Oh, did it?
all I saw it do was just waste both of Kiriko's abilities. And
I
that was
remember
it.
when Overwatch 2 came out, I was like really frustrated by it. I was like, how do you dodge that? And then like a full week passed, and I was like, man, that sucks.
Can we get Bastion buffs pretty, please?
I think it is interesting. You know, you were talking about the Reaper Zarya, which is like super meta right now. But I'm curious as to how yesterday's patch. I don't think it's new enough for it to affect today's game, probably. But you know, all the hit scan buffs and changes. I'm wondering if that will shift, cause a shift away from the Reaper Zarya.
I mean, maybe on Watchpoint Gibraltar, which is the map we are going to see next.
True.
I can't really see Zarya working too well. Reaper you can make work, but there's better options to run. So it's very interesting to see that they did. Marist did ban Hazard, I believe. No, it was Mount that banned Hazard.
Mount banning Hazard and Marist banning Tracer for some reason, bringing us to Watchpoint Gibraltar and banning Tracer. I'm unsure if that's an interesting combination.
I mean, I'm very interested to see what gets played.
We didn't even see a Tracer get played. Who?
Mickey played Tracer, I believe, for a little bit on first point.
Okay.
I believe it was opened up on Reaper, then switched to Tracer, and then stayed on the Tracer for a good portion.
I also don't remember seeing a Tracer. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just didn't remember seeing it. But
where was Tracer? Find
maybe
her.
that's why it's even more confusing to see a Tracer ban. You know.
Hey,
especially
I'm watching very specific people.
Gibraltar is not a very good Tracer map. You know, there's a lot of verticality on that. It's not great for Tracer.
This is true, so it's very interesting to see. Maybe Marist has some cool plan they're cooking. I don't know. Maybe they know things we don't. Maybe they have a secret hack or something.
Maybe they have a comp that only works if somebody isn't playing Tracer.
On Gibraltar.
On Gibraltar.
Yeah, on Gibraltar, yeah.
The Hazard ban.
I mean, speaking of Hazard, he did get nerfed quite a bit, where he can get headshot in his little spike guard, so...
Yeah, crazy nerf. I'm all for it, though.
Does he get headshot, but he still reduces damage relatively, I guess? So, I mean...
Maybe?
I want to say yes, but before you couldn't headshot him at all. So I think I do believe that is the change.
It's still gonna murder him, especially... Yeah.
They did that. I think also Orisa got a little bit of a nerf where her golden still prevents headshot crits, but like Mauga crit still activates.
Yeah. Interesting situation.
Yeah.
Interesting choices by Blizzard.
Either way, we are going to be getting into Watchpoint Gibraltar and seeing what these teams have to offer. I'm kind of wondering if, like, these tank... Although Marist did ban first, so I was going to say, I wonder if these tank bans are to protect Zerial in a way and make sure he's not banned out, like his tanks are still there. However, these tank choices, hovers, maybe just hovers right now, are very interesting off the rip for both these teams. One being more interesting and the other one just not ready for it. That being Zerial on the Sigma is like, I'm just not ready for it to be exactly, and then Hog being funny Hog.
Gibraltar.
So we do know Dax can cook on the Hog, so I'm very interested to see how this goes.
It is interesting to play Hog on Gibraltar, though. You know, if I saw Hog in my ranked games on Gibraltar, I would question my life, you know, just a little bit.
They're going to be TPing to the high ground, looking for that pick. Dax doing a 360, missing his chance to get Mickey, who's walked up there. Oh no, I thought that would have been a good opener. But Mount actually holding relatively back. Kind of going to give Marist a good open space to push to like the low ground. but I do know that's just going to lead to them getting collapsed on at the lower end right away. Ooh, as I look away, I'm pretty sure a hook gets onto Aimee and just chunks them out immediately. Right now, Dax hooking and fishing for those supports to try to open
standing
this
on the
up.
high ground, yeah.
Right now, Sigma, Zerial just going and collapsing onto Banana Robot onto the ground, immediately rocking him out and just murdering him instantaneously. And right now, Sigma v Hog, who's going to win? The problem is they're both going to disengage. Ooh, the rock actually saves Zerial from being hooked in, but almost going down himself. Dax has to use his healing. I don't want to say vape because whatever reasons I hate that term for his heal, but he uses it. Zero gets hooked into the middle of his team. He turns around just to keep him in there. The immortality field is actually going to keep him alive, and the only person that goes down during that entire fight, actually make it 2. Mickey getting 2 onto both the support and the DPS for the side of Marist. That's Sojourn doing a lot of damage, and Dax just trying to get out once again with his heal. Right now, in the back line, Zach Hammer diving onto Rogue 6, and everybody from Marist is going down. Yeah, very interesting situation. Zerial getting all of the support that he needed to survive there. I'm pretty sure he should have died when he first got hooked into that entire team of Marist, but the immortality field and then the proper amount of heals just getting pumped into him to keep him alive just turns that fight and allows Mickey to find 2. He originally picks off Mr. Altitude, and Mickey actually gets hooked but does not go down. So yeah, Mickey finding Mr. Altitude initially and then finding Savage Cabbage, I believe. No, it was Banana Robot. And that fight, oh my god, speaking of Mickey popping off, gonna be ulting with the, what's it called, the BAP lamp, or the BAP window. Finds no kills because of that, but does go in, finds Savage Cabbage at the end of the day, and Zerial gets a kill onto Banana Robot. And right now, Dax in the backline. Savage sees that his team, or Mickey sees that his team has him handled, so he goes in onto the backline, finding Rogue 6 and Mr. Altitude just standing there. And eventually they do go down. Right now, Marist, they're operating perfectly fine together, in my opinion. Like, I don't see any major flaws in it. It's just they're not getting away with like the kills that they want. I feel like that hook onto Mickey should have secured a kill, but just did not properly come through it. Right now, we're switching to the Monkey to be diving onto the backline, pressuring him out. Tempest does need to burn the immortality field, so Marist does know they do not have that utility as Savage Cabbage goes in. And right now, Banana Robot in the backline has no HP and a dream. The dream is not to go back to spawn, but he does just that. The problem is now Dax actually back on the backline, gets Tempest gets the kill onto him, gets Zach Hammer, and right now, this fight is a little funky, but Zerial in a corner by himself, looking to hold it down. He doesn't get a kill, but he does finally go down. And Marist finds their opening, and they push to start second point. And as I was like saying, like at first they were not finding the success that they like were doing. Like they were still doing everything fine. They finally got what they wanted. They forced out utility that allowed their team to go in. The immortality field is huge, having to be burned on Tempest himself. And then I'm pretty sure Banana Robot found an opening, got a kill, Dax found a kill, and then it just started falling into their favor. Ooh. Ultimate from Dax to keep Mickey in this building. Not even this building. This ship keeps him locked up, keeps him out of the fight. And right now, Tempest is going to be the next focus of the target. And Ramatra being banned in the first map by Mount was kind of an interesting call. But this time, we are going to be seeing Ram played by them themselves. And right now, Aimee just going to be standing there, knowing that she needs to return to her team. And right now, I think Mount is... Oh. That was interesting. Oh, that's... I don't think that's how that should work. The fact that Zach Hammer got out.
Be some sort of like cooldown, like when you last took damage or something like that. That's crazy that you can actually do that.
If you're not full health, you shouldn't be able to TP out. That's just BS.
I don't know. Seems fair to me.
I was actually watching from as Mickey goes down. I was watching from Mickey's POV as they were just standing there waiting to TP out, and it basically they like left what's it called, Zac by himself. And right now, Tempest does need to burn the lamp on himself, and he is not going to go down. Meanwhile, I do hear a Freya ultimate coming in from Marist to secure a kill. I guess it was on Zerial, who finally does go down. And right now, Mount St. Mary's, this snowball of Marist just coming in and just absolutely running them over now. It's kind of crazy. And right now, the ultimates are going to be coming out. Tempest is going to be going in with the window. And right now, Zerial on the hog. This ends now. Mickey wants this to be over with, but the problem is what's going to end right now is going to be your ultimate as you do get cut down by Banana Robot. Zerial's trying to do some damage. He does get the kill onto Savage Cabbage, but is it going to matter when Zac Hammer is the last one left on point? But it doesn't matter when Dax pops up and gets the kill. And right now, Marist having a very bad start to this map. Doesn't matter how you start. 2 minutes on the board. It's still for you at the end of it. That was an amazing comeback.
I think Marist really just, you know, no flame, but I think they just needed to like swap off the hog, honestly, you know. Because the thing with the hog is that he's you know, he's only a threat when he has hook, whereas, you know, other tanks like Winston are a continuous threat. So once hook is down, you know, maybe you burn a cooldown for it, but your hog isn't really a threat anymore.
Any ideas Saturday?
I mean, Marist was able to just find their footing, and Mount was not able to, you know, get their own footing and be able to, you know, find a way to fully stop them. And I'm curious to see, you know, what each team does now, switching onto each side, and going into this. I'm very interested to see the comps that are currently being picked. It seems as though there's certain plans going on.
I'm pretty sure.
I
I'm
see
just
that.
I'm just gonna also be blunt. Dax is not ready for the switch back to Zarya. Oh, that TP to the far end to be a little safer actually on this take. I don't know who's. Ooh, Mr. Altitude actually finds the damage through and gets Zac Hammer in the back line. And right now, I'm not sure if Marist wants to fully pressure this. I'm not sure if Dax is aware, but Zarya is basically full charge hanging up there, and it's kind of scary. But if he does drop onto the Diva, who is low on the mech HP, can lose that mech, but is not gonna just yet. So we were originally saying how Zarya might not find success on this point. You're just seeing Zarya walk up to the high ground to try to do some damage. And right now, Daryl goes down to half HP, but the problem is Banana Robot does go down and immediately Mount is jumping in to support him. So uneven fight for Marist this time around, as Mount is just going to be pushing the point up for free right now. Mickey looking to do some damage, and right now Dax and Rogue 6 going into the backline looking to find some people, but the problem is they're just going to be met with Zerial. A lot of damage coming through as Banana Robot is going to be going down. Zac Hammer finding damage onto Mr. Altitude, and right now no mech in a dream. Problem is that team kill is going to come through, and Mount St. Mary's looking to push a lot better than Marist at first. Doesn't matter, like I said, how you start off this fight. Or
back on the monkey.
Back on the Winston. It matters how you close out the entire map, because Marist still has a good time, but no matter what, once we get into... Not once, let's say if they possibly go into overtime, because Marist still has the ability to hold. Dax diving in.
Oh,
the grab from Zarya, the ultimate follow-up from Zac Hammer is just going to secure the kill. And right now, he's going to be going in. Mickey trying to get the kills onto the final two, and he does just that. Another team kill for Mount St. Mary's.
I mean, being Zerial, just immediately go on top of that ship with the Zarya, like, self-rocket.
Gonna boop himself up
Kinda
there.
crazy.
Immediately. Kiriko ultimate from the side. Oh my god, beat in.
Holy ultimate.
I can't keep up. There's too many ults are coming out. Originally started with Kiriko, then another Shimada brother pulled out his blade, but then a beat came out, and now other things are happening. many ults are going through, and right now it seems like Marist is doing a decent job at holding this point overall. Zerial's just fighting for his life on point. Meanwhile, there's a Brig off to the side, but that doesn't matter when the Brig is no longer there. He is going to be taken out and sent back to spawn, and now Zerial alone. No supports and a dream. Zackhammer does need to escape with his life. He might just he's going to do just that for a little bit, but the problem is it's going to be chased down. 12 HP. Will he get taken out? No, he makes it out. But he did give over, you know, about 188 HP worth of ult charge over to Marist, so we'll take it.
You know, amidst like 50 million ults getting popped, I do want to point out the beginning of that fight started with both Kirikos using their ults at the exact same time.
Zero popping himself up to the high ground just now with another blade coming out. Banana Robot looking for the damage. He's not going to be finding anybody. He does do some damage and dance around. And right now, Dax finding Zackhammer off in the distance. And right now, it's like we're back at fighting for first point right now with the current positions of these tanks. It's kind of interesting. Zerial just in here alone has the... Oh my god, Zerial just bouncing himself up to the high ground, knows he needs to take the fight to these players. He just goes for it and just has the charge to do so. But right now, actually, he might be getting called out. And right now, being pressured out by Dax with the ultimate. Zerial on the far side. They know they need to chase him down. The bubbles are only going to keep you alive for that much longer. And right now, you left your team with no tank to keep them alive. There's an angry monkey who jumped in, who's no longer that angry, but he still has a big damaging Tesla coil, and he's looking to do the damage, and he does just that. Gets it's Aimee, does the damage. His teammate cleans up, and right now, it was looking kind of like a team kill for Marist, but two players still remain. Well, one respawned and one, I guess, snuck out. So yeah, good fight by Marist. Right now, Zerial's just always at high charge. Every time I look at him, he's not below like 80 as I watch him go below 80. But ignore that point. Anyway, huh? What in the horror game was that? Zerial walks right past Dax, not realizing that there's a Winston in the corner. And Dax kind of broke 6, I think, jumped in to try to help Dax because he was caught out basically there, and then caught him and then died because of it. And right now, everything just fell apart for Marist, but Zerial did burn an ultimate to catch one. And right now, Marist, broke 6, trying to get in there quick. Wants to hold this point. Dax wants to stay in here. The beat is going to come out, but I don't think it's going to be in time for Dax, as he is going to fall. And that doesn't matter right now. Marist looking to do the damage, but the problem is the damage is being done to them. So as of this point in time, I think they need to cut their losses and just look to hold the final point. I think they will finish with more time than Mount overall. But the problem is, Mount still has a good amount of time. No matter what we do here, Mount will end up with at minimum a minute to push their point. So Marist just wants to cut them down at minimum to overtime, so they have that extra 2 minutes over them. But Marist just wants to cut them short here right now. That will be a better play for them. The Dragon Blade is going to be coming out for Mickey, as he is going to be using that Kiriko ultimate to swing, go super fast. He gets 1 kill onto his counterpart. Banana Robot does go down. Dax does also fall eventually to Mickey, but with the help of Zerial in tow. Right now, Mount is just looking to run over these players, and right now not giving them any space to come out. Mickey gets the deflect kill onto Savage Cabbage, and right now Marist is going to be falling. Savage is going to be throwing out the, not Savage, Zackhammer is going to be throwing out the ultimate to keep them in there. Dax rolls out on the Doomfist, but it does not matter. Round 2 completes. 1 minute and 28 seconds on the clock for Mount to go on the attack once again. We are going to see that still, but 2 minutes remain on the clock for Marist to also take to their fight. But right now, we're going to see them once again on the defense. And the question is, did they start off on Winston where they found the success?
I don't know.
I mean, honestly, I personally would, if I was a tank player. I would actually never touch Hog, ever. But, you know, I'm a big fan of trying what works and never learning new strategies ever again.
Kiriko player.
Okay, shut up. Who do you play again?
Young.
Yeah, okay.
You played the character who's been on the top of the tier lists for
Look,
since
look.
release.
If you have a problem with it, take it up with Corked. Okay, I didn't ask for this life. I was born into it.
So I kind of find it funny. I'm looking at Zach Hammer's POV right now, and I do accidentally keep mixing up him and Savage just because like they're playing similar characters. But the funny thing is, Zach Hammer has the cabbage gun charm on right now, so I think it's fitting. No mistakes here. But yeah, Dax is going to be opening up on the Winston like we said, and be doing a lot of damage. Ariel gets brought really low, and he does get secured out. Dax immediately knows that he's like the main threat. Kill that boss, like turn off the boss theme music. We need it off immediately. Dax does not want it around. And right now, they cut off a good 30 seconds off the clock right now. And they need to do another whole minute to like make sure they have a chance at winning this map. Daryl actually does go Hog. As you said, I would never touch Hog, but this man gets a kill onto Rogue 6, fishing for more as he is fighting a DPS and a support. So I'm not sure if he's going to find success in getting these two unless he gets that hook off successfully. He once again does miss it. But right now, Zerial Zerial's a menace. He's an immobile tank, doesn't have the verticality, but the man walks up to the high ground, boops himself up to the high ground, basically says high ground is just a figment of my imagination. Walks up there and just looks for the kills. And right now gets another one. Finds 2 kills to open up this fight. And I do think Mount is going to be opening up the second point very shortly. Off the hooks, make it a third for Zerial. He's just, oh. We said Dax had a good Hog, but we weren't ready for the return of Zerial's Hog.
You know, I mean, I was mainly talking about Dax when I said, you know, I was talking about the Hog thing, but I mean, you know, it really goes for all players. It's like, you know, you can play Hog. It's just, is it worth sacrificing your morals, you know?
I guess.
I mean, if sacrificing morals gets you a win, then I mean,
See, that you're too focused on wins, not. It's a messed up world we live in, you know.
Oh my god.
Whatever happened to the C9?
No,
The
it
C9.
wasn't really a C9. I was thankfully I was watching it from Dax's POV. Dax acknowledged the fact that there was the entire team just pushing, like just up on the high ground. But he acknowledged that there's only one person on point, so he dives them. It happened to be Mickey that was left on point. Genji versus Winston, not gonna go well. He gets that kill immediately. Nobody's there to touch the point, so he just cleared the point. That wasn't a C9. That was just big brain by Dax at the point in time.
yikes.
Yeah, I was watching. I honestly, you know, talking about confusing the two. I don't remember who I was watching, but I was watching one of the Freyas, so I didn't really see. I was very confused as to what happened.
I wasn't shocked with how fast that, like, because as he dove, I was like, if he gets this kill, time's gonna burn immediately, and he got what he needed. Immediate tech burn timed off, and then boom, now we're into their push, which, albeit I will say, 2 minutes is still relatively short, but they still have a chance to push it the same way, the same distance at least. So
They are starting out on the Hog and Sim again.
But Zerial is going to be going to the Zarya this time. This man loves playing his immobile tanks, but he will be taken to the high ground, as I do think he has the boop.
Mr. Altitude opening up on Life Weaver?
I see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see, I'm picking up what they're putting down.
Okay, that was
That was
pretty
silly.
funny.
that would have been great if it worked, but sadly it did not go their way. They changed immediately, but that's fine. Doing a little funny. Everybody who's watching will put that in their pockets. Say that to the team. Write that down. Write that down. But
Yeah, I get to play Life Weaver.
now I get to play Life Weaver. Right now, Dax diving onto the backline, pressuring as much as he can. He gets a TP out of Kiriko, but the problem is he's going to be the first one to go down. So it's not going to result in anything but a retreat from Marist. Right now, your support is in a bit of a dangerous position, but it is Kiriko. She just TPs out.
Balanced character, by the way. Please don't nerf her.
Okay, not to blame you, Mr. Altitude. What were you doing alone up there with Azariel? Has to TP out, burn that survivability. But it seems like TP is a lot shorter than I remember. That was a very quick cooldown. Right now, Azariel in the backline looking to do some damage. Oh, no. Right now...
Bring back double TP?
Bring back double TP?
It's crazy.
No, I think we're better without it.
It was literally TP on like a 4-second cooldown. It was
It
actually
was
absurd.
awful.
Right now, Marist is not finding the success that they need to like get these pushes. Dax tries to dive onto the backline, looks for damage, looks for utility, and he's not finding it. However, there's a very low people. He does get the utility out. No immortality field. This might be their opening, but what Zerial is going to be doing into the backline, looking for the kill. His right click does not connect and does not get the kill that he needs. Right now, Marist does need to touch, otherwise we will be hearing the dreaded C9. Dax is going to touch and looking to do some damage. He does have the ultimate, but the window is going to come out, and right now everything is going to be popping out. Zerial is just going to be denying his team, Marist's team, from joining them in the front lines, and right now I think it's going to be a closed show. Zerial with the ultimate hunting him down. Jackhammer does throw down the ultimate from Brea on to Dax, and that is going to close it out. A much closer series, or at least map, than I was expecting based on the first one. But it is a good fight nonetheless by Marist, but it doesn't matter when Mount St. Mary's close out the Watch Point Gibraltar and take map 2. I know you guys, this is for you, Saturday. I know you guys jokingly mentioned how my voice is going to get shredded over the course of these 2 days. I'm screwed.
Yeah, that's, I mean, you just had to take on 4 streams in 2 days.
I mean, why not?
That's fair.
So give me your thoughts, you two.
Do I go first this time?
Yeah, go first, Saturday. You've earned it.
Oh, thank you. My crumbs. So, very close, as we all know. Very interesting. I don't like Watch Point Gibraltar, but, I mean, I think, like, it's hard to say at the end of the day what really lost it. I mean, Zerial just tearing up backlines as he does, and then just being able to get support when he needs it is really crazy.
Yeah, I
But
gotta say,
I know it's crazy.
Mount supports are putting in some work.
I'm saying, Twin.
I like how...
I know Ranger isn't watching them. It's fine. It's just, you know.
I mean, I've acknowledged Tempest plenty of times. Let me be. I've noticed Imi, sadly, when they die.
Yeah, that's not really like paying attention to the supports. I'm not gonna lie.
But what was I gonna say? One of the biggest things I have to respect right now is, although Zerial has not participated with this, I mean, they have in the past year, haven't been with this team for like the first half of the year. They still came into this series with a lot of trust, I believe. Watching him just put himself out there in the middle, no fear, essentially just taking damage to either feed his supports or like give them the room and just stand there. That takes a lot of trust from your tank. So like he's still doing it right. So Zerial, scary, but the supports at the end of the day, like I said, he trusts them. So they're doing an amazing job. And we are going to be, these teams, the one thing I like about these two is the fact that they do not mess around. As soon as like the lobby's over, they're like map and ban. Meanwhile, other teams are like, 10 minutes, please. We are going to be getting into King's Row with a Lucio ban on the side of Mount St. Mary's and a Zarya ban from Marist.
Yeah, I don't know how it is over at for you Saturday, but you know, Court likes to take his 10 minutes to yell at us. But in between matches, you know, he, you know, all the you know Court. He loves yelling. He loves screaming. You know, all that good stuff.
Very abusive. Very
abusive. You know, verbally, physically. You know, he lives upstairs, so sometimes in between, you know, rounds he'll come to my dorm and just like, you know, throw oranges at me.
Oranges, out of all things.
Yeah, well, he won't throw tomatoes because he's worried that they'll like, you know, ruin my peripherals. So he uses oranges.
Isn't that worse?
No, because oranges have skin. You know, tomatoes they can splat.
Oh, well, oranges can splat too.
Oranges can, yeah, but you know,
at that point, I'm more worried about the force you're putting in to splat an orange.
Yeah, right. If you can splat an orange, like you got to be shooting it out of like a cannon.
Anyway, I'm seeing Wu Yang on my screen on both sides, and I'm very happy.
What an interesting conversation to have about splatting oranges. Meanwhile, water balls splatting in the match from Wu Yang. So it seems good.
That's bars.
Zerial, we're going to be seeing this man on the Junker Queen, which was one of his characters that he actually came out early on when he first got introduced into the league. I will say he was known for that Zarya Junker Queen combination. So yeah, seeing this come out as the Zarya is banned is going to be interesting. Problem is he is going to be going down early on. And right now Mickey is actually going to get found out. Dax, I'm guessing this Ramatra ban in the first map had more credence to it than we initially thought. But we'll see how Ram plays out for Marist in this entire map. But this rush is going to come in. Oh, but he does not get on just in time. It doesn't matter. That was a wasted push. They really wanted to wait until the last second to just pressure Marist out. But the problem is the point still ticks over. And right now, Mount is in retreat.
Oh, I see.
What? Oh, Malga.
Zero.
Oh, wow.
Malga. I like how Cork is questioning marking in the chat. I think he's referring to he does have a minute delay, so he is seeing the orange chat right now.
You can deny the allegations, Court, but you know I've got you know so many oranges in my room. You know it.
Interesting. But anyway, back to the game for a second. Yeah, Zero on this Malga. Not finding success on the Junker Queen going into Ramatra, but Ramatra does become a really big target once it goes into that annihilation form, so it is going to disrupt him a lot this time around. Freeze, don't move, coming out from Mount St. Mary's, but the Mount St. Mary's double ultimate from both Wu Yangs is going to come out, but I don't know if any of them found quite success. Suffer as I have, Dax is going to be going in, but the problem is you're extremely low. I'm not sure if it was worth it. Both teams, I think, how many ults did Marist burn? They only burned 2 compared to still 2 from Mount, so good ult trade on the side of Mount St. Mary's to win that fight. Aimee has her ultimate in tow, Jackhammer is close to his, but Banana Robot, Savage Cabbage, and Mr. Altitude have theirs on the side of Marist. Rogue 6 just trying to go around the side, and Zerial just watching that angle scares them away briefly. But right now, oh my god, Zackhammer does get caught out. Banana Robot finding a kill onto him, and right now the Kitsune is going to be guiding you, and Dax is actually, I don't know why Mickey dropped the wall. It actually cut off Dax for a brief moment, and it probably could have led to him dying. I'm not sure if Zerial was on the wrong side of that wall, but he was looking good for a brief moment, but he dropped it and allowed Dax to live because of it. Right now, Zerial in the corner, but I don't think he's going to die, as it is going to be Malga. Right now, the wall comes up, but it's not going to matter when the wall is far to the left, so he can just walk over to the right. And right now, Marist taking back control of this payload and looking to push. Zerial playing like DPS that just takes off angles and looks to draw the attention away from his team, but he is Malgo, so he kind of can do that. It's goofy like that. So right now, Mount does need to touch this point once again, but with Team Reason, otherwise they are going to be giving it up again. Right now, Banana Robot on this Tracer is actually doing a really good job, in my opinion. And the ultimate coming in from, what's it, there's 3 ultimates coming out way too quickly for my brain right now, as But right now, Mount St. Mary's does burn the ultimates to secure this fight, putting the Wu Yang ultimate onto Zerial as he drops the cage to block anybody up in there with him, and then the Mei ulti to secure it all. And right now, I think Marist only burned one ultimate for that initial fight, and that was the Freya ultimate. Banana Robot, Rogue 6, and Mr. Altitude will be getting theirs pretty soon. And Dax has his ultimate. Maybe he can make it work this time around instead of just in a dying situation. Reverse the tide as they are going to be sending in the Tracer into the backline. I'm not sure if he got anybody as my camera did not get onto him in the last second. This ends now. We are going to be seeing Zach Hammer with the ultimate. Mickey is going to find the kill. Banana Robot's going to also be found out eventually by Zach himself. Zach is looking for another one, but Rogue 6 is going to be finding the kill onto him. And right now, I still don't think Marist is in control of this fight right now, as they are on the tail end of it. And right now, Savage Cabbage in a fight with Mickey. Nobody wins as they both hide around the corner to avoid all damage. So yeah, 1 minute and 12 seconds remain on the clock for Marist to continue this push. What was originally a really good push in the first point is getting slowed down, but I still think they're in a good position to bring us to the final point of King's Row. Kitsune is going to guide you, and right now we are going to be seeing both Kitsune is hunting him down. Are we going to be seeing Annihilation suffer as I have 3-2? Yep, there it goes. It's going to come out. Wu Yang ultimate from Zerial is also going to come out, and it's not going to be finding anybody just yet. Both ultimates just there. Mickey with the ultimate to freeze up Dax. He is going to get slowed, and he's going to get frozen and burned down by Zerial as well. And right now, only Dax to fall, but is anybody else going to fall and stagger out this fight? Wu Yang keeping himself alive, Rogue 6. And right now, Mount just going back to try to hold this point and not let Marist cap for point 3. Once again, those off angles. Dax just needs to take this fight or find the kill. Aimi actually getting the kill on to Tracer. Banana Robot, the ultimate from Zerial is going to be going down, hunting him down from what's called Savage Cabbage. Isn't going to be really going anywhere as it is going to be caught up in this cage. And right now, Marist is going to be looking to let this fight as best as they can, but I don't think it's going to be going anywhere as Dax is finally going to fall. Mount St. Mary's hold out after an amazing first push from Marist. Mount holds him close and only gets them really close to the second point, but only
Fire
one
pulse bomb though from Banana Robot.
I think I saw it. I like turned as he threw it. But, yeah, 1 point on the board for Marist this time around, and I still believe that they could do it. Of like the hold positions for like King's Row is, I would say there's like there's like 3 different positions that Marist can full hold right now if they really want to, but they kind of need to lock in. They really cannot let Zerial be an issue, or they need to find the picks, because I think the biggest issue for Marist right now has been the picks.
We got the Malga Mirror.
Ooh, my favorite.
This is peak tank gameplay.
Gonna be so fun.
I personally love standing still and holding left and right click at the same time.
There is no honor in selling
I like that
those
one
skills to
meme
the
somebody
highest
did about the Malga mirrors, and it was like the Metal Gear Solid music. Where it's like, I forget what the song is called, but it's the one where they're like standing,
Invisible?
where they're like standing here. I realize, and they're just it's just the guy punching Armstrong.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's basically Malga's just slapping each other.
Oh yeah.
But we are
Great hero design from Blizzard.
We're gonna be seeing Savage on the Reaper this time around. So we'll see how that plays out this time. Where is this team of Mount going? Mount is actually spreading out a little bit, just kind of playing the mind games, I think. Zero going into the hotel to pull Marist back a little bit and take a different position, but the problem is they are going to be playing closer to the point. And once again, we are going to just be seeing the Malga Slapfest, but the problem is Zerial does have the initial support on his back immediately if if Dax had his support, they would have to peek out and potentially get shot, but it's not going to be them that get shot. It's going to be Banana Robot that gets taken out by Aimi, and Savage Cabbage is going to be finding himself caught out. So right now, Marist is in a bit of a bad position. They probably don't want to force anything, but Zero wants to force everything. Slamming, jamming into the back line, gets the one onto Rogue 6, and right now, everybody goes down for Marist, except for... no, not mostly everybody for the most part. An interesting swap, but we are going to be seeing a Hanzo over the Mickey now that I acknowledge that. I'm pretty sure he's been that since the beginning of the round, but I've just been blind and did not acknowledge that.
I was not paying attention either, so don't feel, don't beat yourself up too much.
He's at 90%, so he had to have been, but
yeah,
right now,
yeah, definitely.
the Dragons are going to be coming out and they're looking to do some damage, but the problem is nobody's going to get caught out, but they are going to be forced to the side, and Zerial wants to force them into a position that's good for them. And right now, you're powered up. Get in there. A horse is going to be... what's called nanoed and looking to do some damage, but the problem is he gonna find anything? Ooh, I'm pretty sure that Wu Yang ultimate was supposed to go towards Mickey to keep him alive, but it goes on to Aimi instead, but it does not matter as Mickey does still go down, but I'm not sure if Marist is still in a good position to stop this point. It is at like one of those choke points that I was saying that Marist has the potential to hold them at, but this is the problem. They're down to like one more hold at this point in time, so they really need to lock in. They need to lock down here. Zerial does not want to go down. But the perfect Suzu from Aimi is going to keep him alive, but the ultimate from Dax is going to knock her down, and right now, ooh, that was a little bit BM Dax, I saw that, gets the kill onto, what's it called? Hey, listen, he's a menace to society right now. I don't blame him. He's just doing that because he's tired of this Malga. I'm not even mad. It was like a brief moment. But gets the kill finally. So yeah. Marist finally finding their footing and trying to hold this point down. Right now, it's go time for the side of Marist. His Banana Robot is going to be tossing out the ultimate, but I'm not sure if he's going to be finding anything other than damage onto the other side, trying to deny them any point of pressure. Right now, Banana Robot's looking for those flanks, looking for those people that really like to come around the side. But right now, Mickey is around the outside. Rogue 6 misses the sleep, and because of that, he is going to go down, and Mr. Altitude is going to be finding himself in a bit of a bad situation. But the problem is when Mr. Altitude turns it around, gets the kill, and right now, Zerial and what's it called? Looking to put pressure on the Mr. Altitude. Mr. Altitude actually running super evasive maneuvers, keeping and climbing the wall to keep himself alive with the help of Dax trying to get the other people off of him, and Marist successfully hold that push just right now. Oh my god, Mr. Altitude in such a crazy situation gets that kill to keep himself alive against Mickey. I'm glad I was watching from the perspective of Mickey at that point in time. So yeah, ooh, Dax opted in for the shield perk to just deny a lot of damage. And he actually has his ultimate back up from like 2 fights ago, so we're gonna see if that into any role. Once again, Mickey just taking off to this side right now, getting challenged by Savage Cabbage to try to keep him alive. But and I do hear a Wu Yang ultimate, but the problem is Dax is golden. He will not be going down. The wall keeps him alive. And right now, Zerial does have his ultimate. It looks like he's going to be going in. Ooh, Mickey does get a kill onto Banana Robot with the ultimate. And, ooh, the sleep! The shutdown from Rogue 6 to stop the Malga ultimate is perfect. And right now, Zerial does not have any means to deny this anti-heal. But right now, Rogue 6 is going to be going down. Actually, he is actually fighting with Aimi. I didn't even notice that Aimi denied that anti-heal. But right now,
they got the touch with the Moira, though.
I'm not sure if it's going to go well. Mr. Altitude, if he gets off this even briefly, is going to be enough for Mount St. Mary's to secure the point. I thought he was going to fade in and not be tangible to touch the point at first, but he just naturally walks on, but he fades out and then gives up the point. Just barely. It was a good attempt. Oh.
Holy schmoly.
We in gameplay.
Yep.
Yippee, yippee, yippee.
Brother, they are out. They are.
They
do not play. A lot of close fights this game, though. On all maps, you know.
Yeah, very, very close. But
Did they turn off
like,
skins?
They
yeah,
did have skins off.
Oh, interesting.
I think that's just the default setting for what's it called?
The match code.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But yeah, I think not what we expected thanks to the reintroduction of Zero, but a good series nonetheless. Marist finding their footing, finding like what they kind of groove they needed to do to try to get success in this map. The problem was I think Zero was very comfortable with like matching their flow and just changing it up as he needed to in order to keep himself successful. So very scary game for Marist indeed. Mount still proving to be on top with their flexibility nonetheless. So yeah.
I think in the tier list, or not tier list, the rankings of all these teams, I think this solidifies Mount as like the top right now.
They are going to be the only undefeated team, so they are going to be sitting at the top comfortably until somebody could take them down. But that being said, they have taken down their closest to competition so far, that being Marist and Ryder. So unless we have fourth place team come up out of nowhere and just beat Mount,
Hi guys.
Mount is gonna sit there. You guys also sadly have fallen to them so far. So
Hey, whoa.
who hasn't taken on Mount yet? Manhattan.
Let me
That
let me,
whoa.
let me 1v5. I clear easily, you know.
Same, twin, same.
You know, if I were to, you know, I wouldn't pin the blame on anybody, but there is a specific tank player that's, you know, personally holding me back and
Blink twice if
preventing
there's
me
a gun to your head right now.
Twin, I think you should just, like quit the team or like transfer to us, twin.
True.
Like,
True.
we would never do that.
All right. Any thoughts on the game, you two?
Very fun to watch. Very awesome seeing both teams that I have flirted with go against each other. But again, I flirt with every team.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not really
They're
an
not
achievement.
special apparently.
They were fighting for my love, clearly. It's not about the win, it's about my love.
True. Yeah, definitely.
Any thoughts, Violet?
You know, I think both teams, you know, played great. I think you know, all the tank players were you know, really bringing their A game. I say all, there's two. But you know, I think you know, Marist was able to really hold their own against Mount, especially with how much Mount has dominated for as long as I've been alive. So you know, I think Marist put up a really good fight. There was there was a lot of times where they were just really close to taking a map, but they just couldn't do it. So it was a good game, you know. A lot of visual stimulation, you know.
Too many
A
old
lot
books.
happening on the screen. It's you know, it's one of those games where it's like, you know, you show it to your friends who don't play Overwatch and you're like, describe what's happening on the screen right now, and then they have a stroke, you know.
I loved all the ult dumps that happened this game. It inspires me to waste my ult every fight.
True. I do waste. I am notorious, at least in you know in my team, for fat fingering that kitsune. So
Just get a bigger keyboard.
I have a 120. I have the one with the number pad. What percentage is that? 100 or
That's
is it like?
That's a full
That's
size.
great. That's
Yeah.
What do you do with the number pad, twin?
What do I do with the number pad? I'd be typing numbers on it and stuff. You know.
Yo.
Yo,
typing,
using a
like,
number
you see
pad for
those-
what
you
it's
see those
used
numbers in
for?
the chat? I just type those numbers.
I'm
I
not in
actually
the
don't
custom
know.
game
Yeah,
anymore.
you can't see the writer team chat.
Oh,
But
amazing.
just trust me, there's a bunch of numbers in there. I typed them with my number pad.
On God Twin.
All
I've
right.
had a Razer Black Widow since I think 5th grade, maybe 6th grade, and I've I've just never got a new keyboard. I spilled. This is not an endorsement. You know, I'm not sponsored by Razer, and in fact, I would prefer to like not be sponsored by Razer. But I have dumped plenty of soda and water on this keyboard, and it still works for the most part.
Amazing keyboard aside, let's get to the normal thing that we like to say here. You know me, I like to give out MVPs, but let's start with you two. We'll start with Violet. Who are your MVPs for
Oh,
both these
boy.
teams?
I would have to say. From Mount, I would have to go with Zerial. I mean, the Zarya was just so oppressive. Constantly, fight winning plays. Some great grabs from Zerial, so it's gonna have to go to Zerial. I hate to give it to tank players, both tank players, but I'm gonna give it to Dax too. I think both tank players put on a great show, and I think considering the fact that Dax had to go against a Malga, which is a fate I wouldn't even sentence my worst enemies to. I think he did pretty good.
And how about you, Saturday? Who are your MVPs?
You know, it's a really hard decision. Like both teams played really well. They had such great plays from everyone. Like I gotta like Mount Zerial coming back, jump scare for everyone. Like, but he's not my MVP. Mickey doing really good, but not my MVP. I do gotta give it to the backbone of the team, Amy. Crazy saves on to Zerial. Also a couple good picks here and there. And I gotta give it to them because the silent carry, I gotta say. And as for Marist, I gotta give it to Dax. Dax always brings his A game, always goes crazy, and like Violet said, having to go against Malga. Oh my god, that poor soul.
It's true.
Just because he had to persevere
Well,
through
no,
it.
well, also he
Yeah.
was able to make plays, make space, and especially on Gibraltar, on that overtime, being able to end their Mount's push like very quickly because he was able to see, oh, the Genji's alone. I'm gonna end it right here, right now.
It's a good thing I share very similar sentiments as you do, especially with Dax. I wanted to point out like that he was very flexible in like a lot of the plays that he did. It does seem like a lot of the tank gameplay dictated the rest of his team. So him trying to flex out to as many tanks as he did to find the success that he was actually aiming for, although he fell a little short. I would still call Gibraltar a successful map at the end of the day for them, and a lot of that is done thanks to Dax. So I am going to give Dax my Marist MVP. And once again, similar to you, I did want to point out, let me go back to like my one comment about how I said the trust Zerial has to have about his team to like just be up there and still know he's able to fall back based on his own utility. But then once he's out of that utility, his team being there for him, both Tempest and I'm gonna say Imi. I need one of you to. I need somebody from Mount to correct me or tell me I'm right, whichever one it is. Whether it was Tempest or Imi, just there was like very. It was like the first map. It was one or the other of them. On Gibraltar, Tempest, amazing job. But I do want to mainly give it to Imi for the fact that the King's Row gameplay. I'm pretty sure we would have gone to a map 4 should it have not been thanks to Imi with a lot of the Kiriko gameplay that came out and saved Zerial to just shut down that entire series. So at the end of the day, not as silent as you would like we just don't say it as often, but not as silent. You did it really loud. That's why I noticed you, Imi, at the end, especially on that Kiriko. So yeah, Imi for my MVP for Mount. So yeah, we got some support love in here for once. Don't worry, I'm not biased.
Never for any specific Kiriko player, one trick. It's fine. I'm not mad about it. It's whatever. It's just
Got an MVP twice now.
Well, are you gonna get MVP tomorrow?
Eh.
I got MVP
Oh.
twice.
Are you
No,
I don't know.
me.
Am I?
Are you gonna get it tomorrow? You gotta.
I don't know, dude.
You better.
You better.
I better.
I'm gonna be
I
watching
mean,
only
that's,
you.
it's not really up to me. It's up to the MVP gods.
We'll be
and,
watching. Don't worry.
I don't think. Did you say you've gotten MVP twice Saturday, or I have?
Yeah, I have.
I know you got mine, and I think when I was casting with Ranger, I think Ranger also gave it to you.
I've given it.
No,
to
I've gotten it against.
I think I got
Mount.
it once from Liv, actually. I want to say Liv gave me MVP.
Probably.
Because me and Liv are tight like that.
But anyway, let me close out this game once again. An amazing job, amazing try from Marist. Nonetheless, we saw some great things, but at the end of the day, the series did end up 3-0 for Mount St. Mary's, taking it all the way, having a good second map too for Marist, but at the end of the day, Mount closed it out on their favor. So yeah, great series indeed. Any other closing thoughts, you two?
It was a great game.
Very great game, awesome game to watch. I love everyone that participated and played. Much love to all of you. And shameless plug, tune in 40 minutes for
once we return with Niagara versus Canisius. One of the MAAC rivalries that gets understated at this point in time, but yeah.
It is a rivalry, but we have something very special that I think that, those of you who will be playing next year will want to see. Not gonna say too much out of that, but tune into that.
Let them cook. But yeah.
Indeed.
All right. For now, we say goodnight, but that's just for this game. I will return with who? I don't know, since Saturday you are playing, and Violet, I think you got...
Oh, Saturday's playing?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Violet, I think you are busy, so I don't know who I'm returning with. We'll see in a second, or in 40 minutes, so tune back in. But yeah, for now, good night. Thank you for tuning in. You two say goodnight. Okay. Every time. Do it again. One real quick. All right, good night. Bye.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn